What is up, Rocket Nation? Hello, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let's play some Assassin's Creed Shadows. In episode number 5, we were able to cram a whole lot of stuff into a very small package. It was about an hour long, but we were able to essentially show you guys everything that there is to know about the contract system and actually do examples of some of those contracts that you can get each season. So we were able to show that off. Another thing we were able to do is go and do the next main mission, which was to save the blacksmith. That was kind of awesome. We did a whole bunch of Sumi-E's, and we got this beautiful new forge right here built, and also this building right here jutting out from the side of our main complex here. This is the study as well. So we were able to expand the amount of scouts that we have as well too. So more and we also upgraded the stables as well. So a lot of upgrades were had, a lot of things were done, and a lot of information. If that sounds like something that you're interested in every single video down below in the description there is a link for the entire playlist. Feel free to go back and forth through the playlist at your leisure. Today, we're going to attempt to do the exact same sort of thing. We're going to try to cram as much information in as possible today. One thing that I want to do is, remember that lady that shot us at the beginning of the game? I'd love to hunt her down. So I think we're going to go after our next target on our objective board. And that's going to be a big one. Also, I'd love to do our first Kofun of our playthrough. You guys probably don't know what that is unless you're a little ahead of us in the playthrough. But we're going to do our first ever Kofun. I'll explain those as we get to them. And maybe even do our first castle as well and earn some new legendaries. I think we're going to get 2 new legendaries in this entire play in this episode. But the castles are essentially like the strongholds of previous Assassin's Creed games. So there's a lot of bugs and stuff around right here. I don't really like it. So we're going to get out of here as fast as we can. But I do see that we do have some dialogue over here. Let's listen in, see what's going on.
Doesn't it get hot working at the forge all day? You must get so sweaty.
Yes.
Do you ever burn yourself? I'll bet you do with all the fire and hot metal and everything. It must hurt.
Yes.
I'm probably distracting you. I talk a lot, and you hardly talk at all. Am I bothering you, Heishi, sir?
Yes.
Wow, he just laid it right out for him, didn't he? Poor little Jinjiro. Don't worry, buddy. I love you. We might have some more dialogue out front as well. Let's, yeah, we do. I already see one right here. It's Tomoko. Let's actually see what she has to say.
Good. I wanted to talk to you.
What is it?
These new arrivals. Do you have a plan for them? And will you take in any stray that comes along?
They are others who share our beliefs. Sometimes we'll find them, or they'll find us.
I hope they are the only ones who find us.
Wow. Okay. Sometimes she seems so nice, and then other times you just see that she actually is not. All right. So we got a lot to get to today. Like I had said, we're probably going to start off by making our way far down to the south. I think the first thing we're going to go do, as we did our last contract in the last episode number 5, we kind of inadvertently were revealed this location called the Old Kofun. And it says find and loot the chest. And it looks like we're going to get 1,000 XP for this. The big thing, which we're always worried about, right, is those knowledge points to unlock further down in our skill trees or further up in our skill trees. Also, it looks like we're going to get a legendary talisman as well with that. So I think we're going to head that way. Probably the easiest way is going to be to go to Tennoji Temple and fast travel down there. I'm not going to show you guys the whole travel. I'll just meet you guys once we get there. I'm off. I will see you guys when we arrive, which should be in just a couple of seconds. Well, wouldn't you know it? Welcome back, everybody. And as you can see, just ahead of us here, this is becoming a rolling theme now for us. Every time we go to travel somewhere, we get something that comes up. But right straight ahead of us, you can actually see that there is that classic symbol on the compass up at the top of the screen, showing us that we have a Sumi-E that's available for us right straight ahead.
I need to paint this.
We're gonna see what this one is when we'll get our wall decoration for it, and maybe even something that's gonna go into
You're too far away.
our hideout.
I need to be quiet.
All right, this might be one that we want to go prone for. We're gonna have to get awful close for this one, it looks like. So let's actually go ahead and go prone. Boy, we got to get right on top. Are we supposed to ride it or paint it?
Perfect spot.
That is the wettest encounter I've ever seen with deer. That's for sure.
Perfect.
So nice. Another Sumi-E completed. We got ourselves a rare wall decoration. Also, the fawn pet. How about that? 500 more XP. That one was actually located right here on the map in case anybody is interested. It's right to the right of Sumiyoshi Shrine, just outside. All right, I'm going to start heading towards the Kofun. I will meet you guys once we get there. All right, welcome back, everybody. And we are just outside the old Kofun right here. And I figured I'd take the opportunity as we're approaching the old Kofun to explain exactly what these are. So what I like to compare them to is going to be harking back to the tombs in Assassin's Creed Origins. So essentially what we're going to be doing is making our way through almost like you did the pyramids. And then at a certain point, you're going to be able to find a chest. When you open that chest, you're going to get the rewards, not only from the chest, but also we're going to get a knowledge point too. So this is essentially just burial tomb for the most part. If you climb up to the top, you can see that there is some pottery and whatnot that is up here, but we're not interested in that. We're actually worried about what is around the side here. And if we go just to the side, you can actually see that there's going to be a crack in the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and squeeze through this crack. Each one of the Kofuns is only doable by either Yasuke or Naue. And you'll know pretty, like almost right away, immediately, you're going to realize that, oh, I don't think I can do this with this character kind of thing. And then if you are able to swap characters, you can swap to the other one and then do it with them. Of course, we haven't unlocked Yasuke yet. That should be coming here within the next couple of episodes. But you can see this is a very narrow crack that only that Naue is going to be able to fit through. So let's go ahead and squeeze through here. And this is going to be pretty linear, but as you get further along in the game, there's 10 total Kofuns that are in the game. And as you get further along, they do become much more complicated. So the lighting in these is usually pretty epic. I do enjoy them. And there is, if you are having trouble seeing, you can always adjust your in-game brightness, or you can use these also to sort of light the way, and also to signal to yourself, hey, I've already been down this path. Because as you get further along in the game, they will become more complicated. And there's going to be chests along the way, but the goal is to loot a legendary chest at the very end. So in every room, my suggestion would be to stop, look around, hold the left trigger, and you can see right there is our objective for this area. So that's probably going to be the legendary chest right there. There's another chest right there. And we're just sort of going to, every other room or so, we're going to look around and see if any new chests actually show up. So there's only one way for us to go. So we're going to squeeze under this little hole. And for the most part, this one is pretty linear. This is sort of just your introduction into what a Kofun is and the mechanics sort of surrounding the Kofun. So we're just going to follow the path. Like I said, every other room or so, give a look around. Of course, we already found that one. Are there any more that have appeared? There is not. So we're just going to sort of follow the path here. And every once in a while, we might come across a spot where we can actually use the grappling hook. And again, now we actually have a few more chests that have shown up out in the distance as well. So there's one right there. Two more that showed up off to the left. Always look down in the water too. Sometimes there can be some chests in the water. Some Kofuns can actually have enemies located in them as well. So be aware that there can be enemies in some. So we're going to get some resources from that one. We'll squeeze through this little small hole here. My general rule when doing a Kofun is if you ever come across a path that you haven't gone down, usually go down that one. It will usually circle you back around to the main path. But looks like we got some water here. We're going to have to go ahead and dive in. And there's going to be a path underwater for us here. And as we make our way up and out, you can actually see there's going to be a chest down in the water here too. Let's dive down. We'll grab this chest. Some more resources and a little bit of mon for us as well. And then we'll just climb back up. And now we're going to use the overhead grapple spot to make our way across. And the eagle-eyed of you may have noticed that there is actually a path that goes across the top with a chest up there. If we proceed forward, you can actually see that there is a little path right here. We're going to follow that one, and that's going to lead up. And we'll be able to actually take that that upwards path, the upstairs path. And another chest here. And obviously, this is a chest that either are going to give you a random piece of gear or maybe even something for your hideout, like a tree or something along them lines. Something, a placeable object within your hideout. This one's going to be a piece of gear, so that's a chest piece. Now we're just going to proceed back to the main path, and then we're going to take a right here. Again, we're going to look around just to make sure we don't have any new chests that have showed up. That is one that we already had. It looks like that's going to be about it. I'm pretty sure this is the last one, and then we'll make it to the final portion of the Kofun here. So only one path to go down. And of course, this chest is going to be right on the right-hand side here. There's only one way to go. So like I said, this first one is kind of just introducing you to the idea of what a Kofun is. We're going to take this quick right here, and we get some more materials. And then if we proceed through, we can actually see that there is a grapple point. Obviously, you're not going to make it from that grapple point all the way across. So the indicator is that there's going to be another grapple point beyond it. So we're just going to go ahead and hit this grapple point. You're going to have to actually swing back and then go forward. And as soon as you jump off, hit A and then just start hitting LB. And you should be able to hit that second grapple point. And here we are, the legendary chest at the end of our very first Kofun. Let's get it looted.
Got it. Now to find the way out.
Amaterisu's Blessing, legendary trinket, and a knowledge point for us as well. 2,000 XP. That's a massive amount of XP. Very thankful for that one. If we actually go in here, we're going to take a look at our mastery thing. And it looks like we're at 8. We're at 8 knowledge points and to get to knowledge rank 3. But if we actually go and check out this new legendary trinket that we've unlocked, you can see that it's called Amaterisu's Blessing. It gives us health, adrenaline gain, and critical hit chance. And the legendary perk on it is 10% damage per unused ability slot. Right now, we only have 1 used ability slot. So this for us is going to be a 30% damage increase. Still, of course, not as much as we are going to get from Uni's Fury. So we're definitely going to be keeping Uni's Fury on. But you do now have that legendary perk available for when we do unlock the ability to start engraving things as well. But I do want to point out as well with Uni's Fury, the horse slot does count. So when you have no legendaries equipped, it's essentially 6 times 15. So you're looking at 90% damage increase. In case anybody's wondering, I just got confirmation for sure today, actually, that the horse slot does count for Uni's Fury. So if you do not have a legendary horse equipped, that means that you are getting an extra 15% damage. Just figured I'd share that with you guys. And essentially, we're done. I'll show you guys the way out. So we're just going to proceed forward here. And at a certain point, you're going to see LB actually show up. You can use that to grapple up. I'm not sure why it won't let me now. Either that or you can just climb up to the top. We're going to find this platform and then just sort of follow the path. And eventually we're going to make it to this room. If you do not have any tools left, there is a tool refill right here. And we can throw it at the exploding barrels. And we have now opened up a way out. Make sure you refill your tools on your way out. And you should recognize this room. We actually lit up that candle at the very beginning and then crawled underneath there. So essentially we're right back at the very beginning. We're going to crawl up and out of here. Our next destination is actually going to be Sakai. So we're going to be heading back to Sakai for our next main quest. It's now, I think, time to hunt down the lady with the golden teppo. So before we actually head that way, let's come in here and actually check the objective board and see exactly who we're going to be hunting down. So this is the Golden Teppo. This masked woman shot Naue with a gold-trimmed Teppo, and obviously also had a hand in the death of our father. We're going to be getting 2,000 XP for this, 2 mastery points, which are essentially perk points for us, and also a legendary Tanto. And this legendary Tanto might be one of the best Tantos in the entire game. It's so awesome that you get this right off the bat. And the quest for her says, a secret identity becomes Naue's key to making the right connections as she hunts for the woman who shot her in Sakai. And it says, talk to the gunsmith. So we're going to be heading that way to Sakai right now. I'm actually going to bring you guys back a little bit outside of Sakai, just to show you how I plan on going through this quest. I always like to give the absolute most story as possible. So if you want all the not to miss anything at all, you can sort of follow along with how I do it. But I'm going to start heading that way right now. There is a side quest that we're actually going to pick up too on the way, because it's going to be a side quest that we can do over time, and it's really close. So I don't even think I'm going to send you guys away for that, but we might as well stop over right here. There is another codex entry at the back, and it explains exactly what a Kofun is, basically a burial site. And you can actually see the exclamation point straight ahead of us on the campus at the top of the screen. We're going to go ahead and head down here, and we're going to grab this side quest. And this is going to be an ongoing side quest, essentially. What this is going to... Well, you know what? We'll just let him explain it. So let's get in here, and let's talk to the old man, and then I'll get back with you guys right after we're done.
Excuse me. I thank you for stopping. Not many linger with the bandit presence here.
They've been causing you trouble?
Trouble for everyone. I see most of what goes on here while grazing my animals. Things going missing in the night. People stalked. Animals butchered. What if I'm next?
I'll keep an eye out for the bandits here, and stop them if it comes to that.
I would be grateful. We all would.
So basically, the old man's concerned not only for the people, but also his livestock. That gives us the quest Out to Pasture. And what Out to Pasture, you'll actually find this one in the People of Setsu section of your objective board. And you can see there's the Worried Farmer. And this is going to be a 3-part quest that just involves us killing bandits in the Setsu region. So if we kill 100 bandits, essentially you get all 3 of the rewards from each 3 parts of the quest. So I figured it's probably good to stop by and grab this now, since we're working in this Setsu region, the Izumi Setsu region. Then by the time that we sort of progress the main storyline, this will sort of automatically complete itself on the way. But for right now, I'm going to start heading towards Sakai. I will meet you guys when I get over there. All right, welcome back, everybody, and we are right outside of the city of Setsu. This is our first real full city setting that we get to explore in the game. We're gonna go ahead and jump down and start making our way in town. I'm actually gonna call the horse in, but I figured I would basically show you guys the routing for how I like to go through this quest line, because I do enjoy getting the most story as humanly possible. So if we actually go and check out the map here, we'll zoom in a little bit, and you can see that there's all kinds of objectives for us to actually go and check out. I like to start with this one at the very top right here first, and then it just this whole quest seems to flow better. So I'm going to start heading over there right now. And for the most part, when it comes to this quest, I'm kind of just going to keep my mouth shut, let it play out for you guys. I don't want to be talking in the middle of it if anybody is here for basically the story portion of this quest. But as we approach our first gunsmith that we're supposed to speak to, there is one codex entry.
Complaining he spent a fortune to gain Soki's favor. He said he would collect on his investment.
Master Sokyu can afford to pick and choose. He has Lord Nobunaga's ear.
All right, so some dialogue you can listen into also on the side of the road. But right here is actually going to be a codex entry. This one's going to be for Commerce and Craft of Sakai. If you'd like to obviously read about that, hit the button prompt and check it out. Otherwise, we're going to talk to our first gunsmith.
You won't find better weapons anywhere outside the Sakai.
I'm looking for a teppo with gold ornaments.
Why settle for gold? I have some of the purest Tamba silver. I know an artisan who can pound some on. For a small fee.
No, it has to be gold.
No! No gold! Silver!
I'm wasting my time here.
I'm wasting my time here. Truer words have never been spoken. The guy was very adamant that it was all about the silver. And then if we just round the corner here, you can see that there are our other 3 objectives. Let's start with this one right here.
A good teppo is worth 10 soldiers.
Do you have any teppo trimmed with gold?
Why do you want that? It doesn't help you shoot any better.
It's for a gift.
Sorry, I'm no artisan. I just sell them.
Okay, so no luck there either. Let's check with this guy down here.
My swords are forged from fine Sakai steel.
Do you sell teppo?
Everyone's impressed with Teppo, but they can't beat a sharp blade. Can I show you some swords?
No, thank you.
All right. So none of the merchants along the way here have any info for us. In case anybody's wondering too, I figure I should mention Teppo is the essentially Japanese muskets. And we were shot with one at the beginning. And we do know, as Naue said earlier in the story, that she could recognize that it was trimmed in gold. So we're looking for anybody that is essentially selling Teppo that is trimmed in gold. And
you want to sell a Teppo. These letters can get you meeting with any Teppo trader in town.
Lower your voice. You'll get me in trouble.
These letters are the key to the better life, brother. Access to Imai Sokyu himself. He may invite you to a tea ceremony.
You are a fool! Sokyu-san knows me. He won't believe that I suddenly hold contracts for 30 bars of silver for the Portuguese of Nagasaki, or a shipment of Tanegashima Teppo for Oda Nobunaga.
These forgeries could fool Lord Nobunaga. One bears his seal.
That looks suspicious, even by Sakai standards.
If I am caught in this lie, I'll be barred from all trade. You have wasted your mon on these forgeries.
I use your mon, since you would be the one to profit from this.
What? My mon? How much did this cost me?
wow, he used his money too without even asking him. All right, we're going to go up and talk to these guys. Do be ready for a chase sequence after this.
Who are you?
Are you with the Imai?
Don't be a fool. She's just some street thief who heard your childish cries.
Who or what I am does not matter. Give me the papers and carry on with your lives.
What letters? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want to hurt either of you, but I will have those letters.
You can have them. They are not worth our lives.
If you want them so bad, you could pay us 500 mon.
You are testing my patience. Do you know what I am? My people are born to kill. I am Shinobi.
And immediately they're going to take off. Let's chase this guy down. If you're quick enough, you can actually catch up to him right here. You will at some point get a prompt to assassinate. And we're going to do just that.
These letters will help me pass as a traitor. Maybe I can barter a way into finding the woman with the gold teppo.
And there we go. So now we have we've obtained those papers that they were attempting to use, forgeries obviously, but we can use these to maybe find the lady with the golden teppo. And our next objective is right here to go and talk to Imai Sokyu. He's located just up the road. Let's make our way over here.
All right, Naue. From now on, in Sakai, you must be someone else.
No one enters House Imai uninvited.
Forgive my ignorance. I'm a trader and would like to speak with Master Sokyu. I'm told he knows everyone in Sakai.
That's true. But he doesn't grant an audience to just any merchant who comes to his door.
I'm not just any merchant. I bring letters, trade contracts.
Let me see. Silver for Nagasaki. My father has some holdings and could help you with that. An order of Tanegashima Teppo. This bears the seal of Lord Nobunaga. You do know my father is his tea master?
Of course.
And that my father supplies Teppo for Lord Nobunaga's army. You're either very naive or incredibly bold.
I heard you need to take risks to succeed in Sakai. Why should we be rivals when we can work together?
You are more shrewd than I took you for. We can find what you need for a modest share of the profit. What shall I call you?
Sanuki.
I am Sokun. Welcome to Sakai. Nothing in this city comes without cost. Except that piece of advice. I have business in town. Walk with me, and we'll take the measure of each other.
The people know you.
They know the Imai family.
Are all tea masters so revered in Sakai?
Only a few. But my father is much more than that. He would be first to tell you so.
You do not respect your father?
I do. It takes a smart man to rise as high as he. A hard man. I hope to have such steel in me when the family business is mine. And speaking of business, excuse me while I deal with a minor affair. Shota! You still owe us money. Imai Sokyu is displeased.
These are hard times. You will have your money next week.
Lord Nobunaga may be coming for a visit. He too would be annoyed by this inconvenience.
You will have it tomorrow.
You and your father know Lord Nobunaga personally?
He is Lord Nobunaga's tea master. My father owes much of his fortune and influence to him. In return, we advocate for Lord Nobunaga in Sakai.
I didn't think someone like Lord Nobunaga cared for culture.
On the contrary, he takes the ceremony very seriously. He wishes to show his mastery on and off the field of battle.
Some call him a tyrant.
Not loudly. Some think his actions extreme. Others call them daring. But no one has united this warring land the way he has.
You admire him?
I respect his effectiveness. These are uncertain times. But the Imai clan will thrive, so long as Lord Nobunaga has power.
Do you speak that tongue?
Portuguese? A little. You can hear more and more of it spoken in our streets. It makes some nervous.
That they might invade?
That they take over our markets. We need to control the sea trade. That will be my legacy. This is my office.
I thought you had business in town.
In Sakai, deals are sealed over sake.
I'd rather you invite me for tea. I hear those ceremonies can open doors.
My father serves tea to the most powerful in the land. Why would he sit down with you?
With the approval of House Imai, I'll bring in bigger, better contracts. To our mutual profit.
That is exactly the degree of boldness one needs to survive and thrive in Sakai. Very well. I'll speak to my father. To success.
There is one more thing I would ask. They say Sakai leads the Teppo trade. I'd like to meet merchants of that sort, or even other women with an interest there.
A gathering of women with an interest in Teppo? That's worth proposing just to see his reaction. I'll ask him. Inform yourself on tea etiquette, then find yourself some more appropriate robes. A kosode, perhaps?
Of course. These are my traveling clothes.
Very good. Take the time you need to prepare, then return to House Imai.
The kosode for the tea ceremony will be part of my disguise. I'll need to choose wisely.
So a little bit of social stealth maybe we're preparing for here. So a couple of quests now have been activated for us. We're also going to get another 1,000 XP. How awesome is that? We'll take as much XP as we can get. So the first thing that we are actually going to do is we are going to head to learn about tea etiquette. So it says the perfect gift. Naue must learn proper tea etiquette to impress tea master Imai Sokyu and to blend in with his other guests. Talk to it, the tea merchants. So let's go ahead and make our way that way. It's going to be another 1,000 XP for this as well. I think we're actually going to use the horse. We'll call the horse up for this and break everything in the road that we possibly can, apparently. It's just a little ways up the road. We'll round the corner here. Looks like there is a dog here as well. Remember, if you do want to be able to get all of the placeable animals, make sure that you do pet the dogs. It seems like, pet that dog. It seems like as soon as, sorry. It seems like as soon as you approach them.
Must know something of tea etiquette.
It seems like as soon as you approach them on horse, they tend to run away. So, all right, let's go and talk to the tea merchant.
Do you know where I can learn tea etiquette?
Who do I look like? Senno Rikyu?
Who is he?
Who is Senno Rikyu? He is the undisputed master of the tea ceremony.
And you shower Master Sokyu with the same praise if he were here shopping for tea.
Nonsense, Master Rikyu. I would be content if I had no other customer but you.
A very gracious lie.
Do you teach the tea ceremony?
Mostly to the disinterested offspring of powerful daimyo and wealthy merchants.
I am no daimyo's daughter. I'm just a simple trader interested in the ways of tea.
Oh?
Yes. I am told tea ceremonies are a good place to meet people of influence. And perhaps their influential masters.
You are not from Sakai. You haven't traded your spirit for the promise of prosperity.
No, I am not. I must learn etiquette for Master Sokyu's tea ceremony.
Master Sokyu. Then you will need my help. Walk me to my home. We can talk on the way. Have those teas brought to my home, would you? So, what is it that you are really here to do in Sakai?
I told you, I'm here to trade and make contacts.
Yes, that's what you told me. At any rate, opportunity has placed us on a common path. And who am I to refuse the call?
Why did you react to Master Sokyu's name like that? You don't like him?
As a Pharaoh Master, I respect what he has achieved. But we have different philosophies when it comes to tea.
So you don't like him?
Ah, we have arrived. You must approach your training in a state of readiness.
So he quickly,
when you would like to begin.
So he quickly changed the subject when we asked him if he liked him or not. But there is a codex entry that is just inside the door. You can take the time to grab that. That one's the Independence and Culture at Sakai. And actually, you can see maybe a storm blowing in. And also, look at the water out here. We're right on the coast now in the port of Sakai. Let's talk to him and let him know we are ready. I do want to say preemptively that anybody who is not using guided mode and essentially has dialogue choices, you're going to want to pay attention to this part very, very keenly. It will play a part later on in this quest line. So just a warning for anybody who's not playing the guided mode.
I am ready.
Then come with me.
This place is beautiful, Master Rikyu.
Ah, it was designed around the four virtues: respect, tranquility, purity, and harmony. I approach my ceremonies the same way.
Before we begin, can I ask what you want from me?
What do I want?
I'm told everything here is either bargained or bought. What do you want in return?
Dear child, so many people demand a price. I try to bring a pinch of balance into the world. What I give is freely given. Now then, let's begin with basic etiquette. Rank and title are put aside. Guests enter as equals. The host becomes the servant. First impressions tell people how to treat you. How would you bow to me? Too much. Treat the guests like daimyo, and they'll make you their servant. The half bow puts us on equal standing, free from pride or prejudice. We can discuss art, poetry, architecture.
I am not very skilled in the arts. Certainly not in poetry.
Nonsense. It's simply comparing things to express feeling or giving voice to nature, like thunder tears the sky.
I see. Like blood blossoming from a wound.
Yes, but with any luck, you'll not need to compose a poem on the night. Purity is honored in thought and action. The cleaning of utensils, the turning of the bowl.
The turning of the bowl?
We drink from a common bowl. Each turns it slightly to the right. In this way, the front, the most beautiful part of the bowl, faces the host and other guests as a sign of humility, of respect.
Is there anything else I should know?
It is customary to give a gift at the end of the ceremony. I've something to show you. My apprentice has selected 3 items from my personal collection. You may choose one to give to Master Sokyu. A Yijing teapot with gold trim representing the height of Chinese craftsmanship. A humble tea leaf jar that has passed through the hands of many masters. Finally, this unassuming bamboo ladle, fashioned by the unequal craftsman Shutoku.
I can't accept any of these. You're too generous.
Nonsense. Simply return that generosity to me or someone else. And so, we keep the world in balance. Choose.
My gift will be the Shitoku bamboo ladle.
An excellent choice. I hope you will find what you seek at the ceremony. And do come to see me once you've taken care of business.
I'll need to find a Kosode to complete my disguise before I return to House Imai.
So you can definitely see Senor Rico is definitely one of the real ones. A good guy. We got another 1,000 XP. And we also got wet here. There's a torrential downpour has moved in to the port of Sakai. So you can see we do out in the bay actually have a viewpoint that's available to us. We're going to actually go and get that here in a little bit. First off, we're going to stop by right here. We do have another codex entry. This one is for the Portuguese. And we have our first merchant that we've actually encountered so far in the game. So this is, there's several different kinds of merchants. And I think once we go in here, it should probably tell us about it.
I have goods, both local and foreign.
Both local and foreign. And here we go. Tutorials buy. There are 4 types of merchants who buy and sell items. Ornament vendors, gear vendors, port traders, and itinerant vendors. They restock their wares when the seasons change. Sell. You can sell all your valuable loot at once during the sell. using all the sell all valuables action. Valuables have no other reasons or other uses. So as soon as you come in here, you can tab over with RB, LB to the sell menu, and then right away, the first thing you should be doing is going right to sell all. So hold down the X button. Bam, everything's sold. So that is the only use for all them little valuable items that we've been picking up along the way. Also, all of your other items can be sold as well. And early in the game, my suggestion is that you do just that. Sell anything that you are not going to keep. Rather than breaking it down, the Mon will be more useful for you early than the actual resources from dismantling that. So something new that was actually just added today with the first major title update for this game is actually the ability to tag items. So before, you had to go through and hold down A and sell all of these items one by one. Definitely not the funnest way to do that. But now you can just press Y. You can tag everything that you don't want as an item to be sold. And then at the end, just hold down Y or triangle on PlayStation and you will sell all those items. So we're going to go ahead and sell those. Also, you can sell the hideout resources as well. So if you are all done upgrading your hideout and you're like, I don't need these resources, don't sell it to port traders. My suggestion would be hold on to all hideout resources and all crafting materials, and instead sell those to the itinerant shops, the itinerant traders. So itinerant traders are different than the port traders. You normally find the itinerant traders out on the roads between settlements rather than in settlements. So anytime you do see a port trader out there, stop. And you'll see on the top left-hand side of the screen, it says port trader. Look for the words itinerant trader. And if you have extra resources, that would be the place to sell it. You can probably get stuff. And this is just a general, from seeing the difference in the amount, I would say it's at least 30 to 40% more if you sell these items to itinerant traders. And those itinerant traders do move as seasons change as well. They will not stay in the same spot. But with that all said, let's go ahead and leave out of here.
I will come back another time.
We appreciate your patronage.
Patronage! And if we actually come to the end of the pier over here, you can see we actually have another codex as well. So let's walk out here. We'll get this codex entry. And there's a dog out here too. I'm pretty sure we already got the golden Akita. That's going to be the golden Akita, but this here is the codex entry for foreign trade at Sakai. And let's give this dog a pet. And it would have already popped up by now. As soon as you hit Y, if you have not petted the dog before or the animal before, it would already have come up on the right-hand side of the screen as soon as you hit Y. So we already have the golden Akita. There are puppies available as well. So just because you have a golden Akita, if you see a golden Akita puppy, don't be afraid to pet it. Pet that dog. That's all I'm saying is go pet that dog. Let's make our way to our next objective here now. Our next objective is going to be right down the road, located right here. And this is going to be Dress for Success. Now I must acquire a Kasode to impress Tea Master Imai Sokyu in order to secure a seat at his tea ceremony. Acquire a Kasode. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this one and head over there. I'll meet you guys once we get over there. All right, and we have made it to the next objective here. This is going to be essentially the dressmaker, Kasode maker.
Will require a rare Kasode.
All right, let's talk to her.
Hello. Do you sell special Kasode?
All of my Kasode are special.
Enough for a tea ceremony? With some important guests?
Sure, I can make you something for that. In 1 week.
1 week? I can't wait that long.
Blame the pirates. They stopped the shipment of silk from being delivered. All Kasode makers are in the same boat.
What about the fabrics you have on display?
Those are just for show.
And if I brought you some silk?
Well, I could make the Kasode in 1 day, but unless someone deals with the pirates, you'll have to wait for the next shipment of silk.
Oh, we get up close and personal with this guy right after that, huh? So we know we need to retrieve some silks because 1 week is not going to do. And those silks are actually going to be located out on one of the boats out here in the port. And it just so happens that that is where our next viewpoint is as well. So we're going to get both of those at the same time. So we're going to actually commandeer one of these boats. We're going to start making our way out there. We're going to stop at the one with the viewpoint on it first. We'll go there first, and then we'll make our way to the main objective here.
That must be a Nanban ship. How many more will cross the sea?
All right, one thing to keep in mind is when you are out on the boat, you can see that the further out you get, sort of the water gets choppier. And the more choppier the water, you can actually damage your boat out there, and it will eventually fall apart. And then you're going to be swimming all the way back. So make sure you don't go out into the choppy water too far out. But you can see that there's actually a codex entry right up here. Let's go ahead and disembark from the boat, climb up here, and get this codex entry. And this one is for the port of Sakai. There's also another one right down below us here. And this one is for Kabuto. And then right in the center here, you can actually see that there is a chest down in here as well. This is either going to give you a piece of gear, a random piece of gear, or a random placeable object for your hideout. And we actually got a katana. And now we're actually going to use the outside of this to make our way up and go and get the lookout. We're going to start on this side, even though the lookout is on the opposite side, because there is a chest up here for us. And then we'll use the ropes to cross over to the other side. And then grab onto the side. That was very dangerous. Not what I anticipated, but we still made it work for us. And then if we proceed up to the next platform, there's going to be another chest for us up here. That's going to be some materials. And then we'll make our way up to the very top for our viewpoint. You can get a real idea of just how big the town of Sakai is. And that's going to give us a level up as well. That's awesome. We've now reached level 9. We're going to be doing a level up and using all those points here very shortly. We don't really need them at this point. So we are going to hold down the left trigger. We're going to rotate around, make sure we have all of the little white dots located. So a couple right there. We're not actually on our mini map. Continue to look around in the big circle. And we're actually going to be making our way right now, as soon as we're done getting these silks, over to this place right here. So I'm actually going to place a marker on that. And we're actually going to be going there in a little bit. But for right now, let's go ahead and take a dive. You can actually see the rays in the water below. That was awesome. Let's jump back up on our boat. We're going to make our way over to this boat. Now, this boat will have enemies on it, so we're going to want to be using our eagle vision to locate all of them. Get a little bit closer, and we'll disembark here. You can see we got an enemy here. We do got a brute on board as well. A couple of guys there, and also one towards the front. Seems like the one at the front's going to be the easiest one to take out, but let's see if we can't whistle this one.
Fight my way out.
We'll see if we can't whistle this one over here.
Make yourself a nice coastal there?
I'd rather get our more.
Did I hear that?
Those Sakai merchants always hold out, but they pay up.
Come on. I'd like to see you in the
It won't let you actually do the assassination. That's unfortunate. I think we can make our way up on, though. So we got him dead, but we did get spotted there. The easiest way to actually take care of these enemies, I'm going to show you right now, is we're just going to lure them back over here, all into a big group. And we are going to throw a kunai right there. So those guys are all taken care of. All right, and then we're going to pull out our katana. Katana, I always feel like, is the best weapon for these guys. We do have a guy with a bow up here. Let's take care of him first. I think this guy's back here throwing rocks at us, if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to hit him with our new skill. That's going to make him vulnerable. We're going to charge up and attack. Get a good hit on him. And we'll sort of back off for a moment. Make sure we don't get hit there. This guy doesn't have much in the way of defense, so we're going to be able to take him out pretty easily. Not too hard at all. We'll go ahead and gather up. These are the silks right here. And you can also see that at the front there is a bundle of wood. Make sure you always grab all the bundles. There is some rations and some tools resupplies here. You're going to want to make sure you're full on kunai and everything for the next part that we're about to do. And then back up towards the back of the boat, we're going to get another bundle of wood. And yet another bundle of wood right here. And we have pretty much polished off everything that is inside of this boat. So let's jump back down. Make our way onto this boat. We're going to embark, and now here's a spot where you're really going to want to be careful that you don't go out too far into the water, because it's going to be a long swim back if that's what happens. So let's make our way back in towards the shore a little bit, and we're going to start heading towards that other ship. But you can see how rough the water is actually starting to get out here. We're just going to make our way back in towards shore just a little bit. And now we can really turn on the afterburners and make our way all the way out here. So we are actually making our way out to this ship because it does contain a legendary katana for us. So it is going to be occupied. Obviously, it looks like a floating castle at this point. So there's definitely going to be some enemies there to defend it. We're going to go ahead and make our way all the way through it, clear out everything, grab ourselves a new legendary katana, and I guess I'll meet you guys once we get over there. All right, we have made our way finally out here to the gigantic floating castle out here in the water, and we're actually going to approach it from the rear. And if we actually steer the boat up right behind it, you can see that we're going to be able to use this boat to actually board the ship. You will not be able to swim out here and do this. You'll have to have a boat. They do place a boat at the front and the back for you, though. So we're going to use that to actually climb up on the back. Maybe. Well, I think we're pretty stuck now. Let's try this again. Hello. All right, let's try this from a different direction. Like I said, sometimes the parkour in this game is just, it's just weird. It's just very, very weird. There we go. Disembark. There we go. Now we've made it on the boat. The first boss has been defeated. If you do need some more tools, there are bags all over this place for more tools. But let's make our way up here.
I've never seen a ship like this. Like a floating castle.
And you can actually see one of the enemies is approaching us right now. We'll assassinate him and dump him in the water down below us here. Now let's activate our eagle vision and get an idea of where everyone's at. We got a person that is a 3 health bar enemy up top there. Couple of guys on the other side. One of those is also in elite. It's like we got 4 guys towards the front and then 2 guys over here. So I think this is actually going to be a perfect opportunity for us to spend one of those mastery points that we have. And we're going to spend it over here in the assassin's tree. And right here, we're going to take assassin damage 1. This is going to cost us 3 mastery points. So we actually, right off the bat, don't have enough mastery points. But what we're going to do is actually reset this mastery skill tree right here by pressing X and then confirming with A. And that's going to be remove the 1 point that we had for vulnerable damage to enemies. And we're going to reassign that point to assassination damage 1. Now we're able to assassinate people with our assassinations will essentially remove 3 health bars. I suppose I should read that for you guys so you actually know exactly what assassination damage 1 actually does. So this reads assassination damage 1. Now A removes 1 additional health segment with assassinations. And by default, you remove 2 health segments. So this now allows us to assassinate people with 3 health segments. So let's work our way along the side over here. See if we can't whistle one of these fine gentlemen over here so that we can toss him to the sharks.
What do I have to deal with now?
All right, let's make sure the other one turns around before we do the assassination. There we go. Looks like the guys in the front are not looking this way. There we go. Got a little bit of loot off of them, and there's also a chest right in front of them as well. I am going to take this opportunity to make sure we do mark all the chests so that they're easy for me to spot as we're making our way through. We got one up there as well. Is there any up above us here? Not that way. There's one there. There's 2 over there. One right up above us right here. And some just inside as well. So let's climb up here. Grab this. I think we're going to go inside the boat for this one. So we will come over here. We'll get this chest. Got ourselves a new headband. Grab the loot from this as well. I wonder if we can whistle one of these guys over here.
What's that cat into now?
We can. And hopefully he'll come right around the corner here. And because he now has 3 health bars, we should be able to assassinate him. And we'll just hide his body right there. That went really well. Just in case, I do not think I want to go around the corner there, just in case this guy sees us. Let's actually work our way along the side here. We'll do an air assassination on him. Get that guy right there. Someone out front did see that guy go down. So we'll grab this chest right here as well. Looks like all of these guys are moving over in that direction. This might be a perfect opportunity for us to use a smoke bomb. So let's wait for them all to sort of group up here.
Murder. They're gone.
Huh?
And that is how powerful the smoke bombs can be. I jumped down right in front of that guy. He saw me, and then as soon as I entered the smoke, completely disappeared. That's all 3 of them now taken care of. So we got one guy left that is upstairs. I did see a window up there, so we might go in through the window. New katana. Wait, no, I'm sorry, a tanto. Another katana. So all kinds of gear being dumped on us now. We're already full on rations. We have 2 more chests back here. A lot of gear and an outdoor cosmetic for the hideout. We'll now use this to get up here. Let's figure out which way he's facing. We should be good to just hop right in. He is a 3 health bar enemy, but now because of our new perk, not a problem. Taken care of, just like he was a normal low tier enemy. And right here we have ourselves a legendary chest. Our first legendary katana of the playthrough, the Bloodshade legendary katana. We also got its legendary engraving as well. And if we go in here and actually look at it, we're going to be equipping this one. It is the Bloodshade. It says affliction buildup is not lost over time. That is its legendary perk. So normally when you're building up an affliction, if you don't do damage for long enough, it will begin to go back down. This stops that from happening. Also has an amazing 18% blood buildup on this weapon as well, which is very, very good. So we're going to be equipping that one. And blood... The way a blood affliction works in this game is you fill up a small meter underneath an enemy's health bar, and when a bleed occurs, a big chunk of their health or armor goes away. It's not a massive amount, but it definitely helps in overall DPS. So we got that one now, brand new. I'm liking that a lot, and it looks really, really good too. That like serrated edge on it. If we go in here and actually look, you can see when she pulls it out of the sheath. Look at that like serrated edge on the back of it. That looks so good. All right, let's grab these last 2 chests right here. And that is it. We are all done out here. So now we're just going to make our way to the back. We'll jump off the back and make our way back down. Oh, am I going to land right on the boat? I thought I was going right on the boat. Tell me you didn't think it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and re-embark on our little Titanic that we have going on here and make my way back to the shore. I will meet you guys when we get there. All right, welcome back. We have made it back to shore finally. That was a long ride. Let's go ahead and make our way over here and let's chat to the lady and deliver those silks so that we can get ourselves a brand new dress for the party. Every pretty girl deserves a ball.
I have silk. You can keep what's left of it if you make me a kosode in one day.
Ah, of course, of course. Now, which silk? There's some nice red in there.
What about black? I like black.
There's black silk from the Namban. You know, the Portuguese. Not as fine as Chinese silk, but some might find it exotic.
The Portuguese silk, please. Black suits me better.
I could do a trim with gold thread so it's not so dark. Not our style, but it might work. This is my best work yet. I hope it brings you success at your tea ceremony.
I'm sure it will. Thank you. My training in disguise are complete. Now, back to House Imai.
So a black silk kasode dress for success is completed. That's going to be another 1,000 XP as well. And the tea ceremony is essentially all set as well. So let's go ahead and make our way back across. I think we can sort of cut through these alleyways and make our way over there a little bit faster. But we're essentially all set to go for the big tea party. Now, I do want to reiterate that if you did not choose to go with the cannon mode as you were making at the very beginning of the game, that it's going to be what you do, the choices that you make in this will play a role. It won't play a role in the overall outcome, but it will play a role in things that happen after the tea party, and in a pretty decent manner too. It is quite impactful. I don't want to do any spoilers or anything, so obviously I'm not going to say anything about that, but we're going to go ahead and talk to my friend over here, and let's get started with our tea ceremony.
You must change into the kosode before I present you to father. I'll have a servant help you dress.
I can dress myself.
You can put on clothes. There's a difference.
Sanuki?
Yes, Master Sokyu.
Come closer. My sight is not what it was, and I'm too old to pose a threat. I'm not surprised that one so young could secure the contracts you brought us. Would you believe I managed the most prosperous warehouse in Sakai when I was not much older than you?
Yes.
Very good. Tell me, did you receive the request from Lord Nobunaga directly?
I haven't had the honor of meeting him. I've only dealt with his agents.
Yes. That is how he would have arranged it. What is the name of this agent?
He told me his name was Chuta.
I do not know him, but I will. Now tell me, what is the purpose of the tea ceremony?
The tea ceremony is a way of honoring the 4 virtues.
You follow the teaching of Sennu Rikyu?
I am still learning and would welcome further instruction.
Master Rikyu puts much on philosophy, but equally important is form. By respecting the ritual, we honor the experience.
I understand.
Good. I'm pleased to say I was able to find 3 other women with similar interest.
Forgive me, Master Sokyu. Lord Mitsuhide arrived unannounced. He insists on speaking with you.
Send him in.
My apologies, Master Sokyu, but I must excuse myself from your ceremony in 3 days' time. I lied to Lord Nobunaga tonight.
Your absence will sadden us, Lord Mitsuhide. Though, it is odd that he who requested your seat should so abruptly take it away.
Who can anticipate such a brilliant, unpredictable mind?
Indeed, I shall express my regrets to Lord Nobunaga in a letter.
No need. I will convey them. And I've left the gifts with your house steward. A poor excuse for the inconvenience.
Your acts of generosity are always appreciated. Did you recognize that man?
No. Should I?
That was Akechi Mitsuhide, one of Lord Nobunaga's generals.
Is that why you wanted me to stay? You believe he's connected to these contracts?
I believe nothing until I have evidence. Sometimes, answers reveal new questions.
You don't trust him?
You have captured my interest. But do not presume to have earned more than that. The guests will gather in the garden ahead of the ceremony. You may join them there.
All right, so now we have an opportunity to talk to the other guests and sort of see if we can't figure out if any of the guests that are here with us might be that same woman who shot us in the very beginning of the game and, of course, had a hand in Father's death. So let's talk to the first one right here.
Hello.
I am Sanuki. It's nice to meet you.
I am Otama. You must be new to Sakai. You haven't caught up with our fashion.
I am not so interested in decoration, unless it involves ornamented teppo.
That much is clear.
You are friends with the Imai?
Our families have known each other for years. How did you gain entry to this coveted event?
Sokun and I have sealed many deals over sake.
Really? Then, I wonder why he's never spoken of you.
It's not so strange. He never speaks of you either.
There's something about you that doesn't fit. Peasant with a piece of earth. Or a cat with a silver coin.
What did you say?
You stink of the countryside. Go back to your farm before you get hurt.
Okay. She didn't seem very friendly. But I feel like she definitely had a different voice or a different accent than the woman from the very beginning of the game either. So I don't think that's her. Let's go and talk to this lady next.
Hello. We have not met.
I am Sanuki. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I am Milady Satoko. I was unaware they allowed children at these ceremonies.
We are partners in business.
Forgive me. My uncle says I had to grow up before I could learn manners. I'm here on my husband's behalf, but I'd rather be hunting.
Oh, what do you hunt?
Bandits.
Bandits?
They are a scourge on our land. My maidservants are trained with the Teppo, and we deliver swift justice to those who loot and steal.
But what of those who steal to feed their families? Or to take back what once was theirs?
Theft is the most base and cowardly of crimes. No one should steal unless they are prepared to pay with their life. But this is hardly a fitting subject for this event. Excuse me while I contemplate this cherry tree.
All right, and I do believe this lady looks like she's way too tall, and also she has old eyes. The lady that from the beginning of the game looked more young. So I feel like it's probably leaving her. Let's talk to her.
Good evening.
I am Sanuki.
What a beautiful kosode. I love the trim. You wouldn't mind if I steal it from you? I mean no disrespect. I am Wakasa. You may have heard of me?
I've only recently arrived, but I would love to learn more about one so famous.
You have good instincts. Trust them. I am something of a legend in the making. I have my sights on Sakai. I wasn't born here, and some find my manner bold. Are they polite or plain-spoken in... where did you say you are from?
I never told you. Sakai is the only place I wish to call home.
A good answer. Enjoy the ceremony. If you plan to stay in Sakai, come by Osaka Castle. I'm overseeing some work there.
The tea ceremony will begin soon. I would ask our newest arrival to Sakai to come forward. On behalf of House Imai, allow me to welcome you, Sanuki. As my honored guest, you will sit at my side, that you might better appreciate the preparing of the tea.
You do me too much honor.
I know this tea. Many years ago, I had it with the shogun, when there was a shogun.
This tea is truly sublime, Master Sokyu.
I did not create a leaf, merely realize its potential.
The aesthetics of this ball are exquisite.
It belonged to my master, Takenojo.
The blend of flavor puts mind and soul in balance.
Master Sokyu, for your hospitality, please accept this dagger owned by the late Shogun Yoshimitsu.
It is remarkably well preserved.
It endures, like the Ashikaga.
Master Sokyu, I hope you will have time to reflect upon this painting of a wild geese.
Thank you, Satoko. It is beautifully rendered.
I would like to offer you this snow mask, Master Sokyu, crafted by the artisan Zekan.
From Ono City? A discerning choice. I thank you.
Master Sokyu, please accept this humble gift.
I recognize that ladle. It's a shutoku from Lord Nobunaga's personal collection.
I got it through Master Rikyu. I'm sorry to have caused offense.
I see. That explains much. You gave no offense. I shall repay Master Rikyu for this act of generosity. You have honored me with your presence and gift. I will cherish this meeting. You may see yourselves out.
How can I be certain any one of these is Chiju's killer? But I can't risk missing my chance at revenge. This one possesses a noble grace I didn't sense in the killer that night. She's grown hard out of necessity, not cruelty. I can see Otama committing murder on a moonlit night. Does she know who I am, or is she just bad? Wakasa and I are more alike than these others. She fought for her place here. But that path couldn't have been easy or clean. I can't let this opportunity walk away.
You've been watching me with more than idle curiosity.
I meant no offense. I've never met a woman quite like you.
And I suspect there's more to you under the mask.
Mask?
We hide our true selves in public. What do you say we talk somewhere we can let those masks drop?
I would like that.
Then come to my house. It's not far.
So she is indeed the Golden Teppo.
Come in. I can't match Master Sokyu's wealth, but I hope you'll feel more at ease here.
You have a beautiful home.
Would you believe this is the first place I truly dropped anchor? Before this, I was always on the move.
Why did you choose Sakai? Were you looking for something?
I will explain myself, but do feel free to look around. Nothing comes in or out of Sakai without Sokyu taking his share. That is why I was at his ceremony tonight. Not out of any great love of tea. I prefer sake, or Portuguese wine. Men like Soku and the Sokyu have the same fears and appetites as other men. Susceptible to flattery and seduction. Those who aren't, those who stand in my way, they can feed the worms. Once I control the Teppo trade in Sakai, I will begin to assemble my fleet. Traders, smugglers, even pirates will answer my call. We'd form the greatest trading fleet to ever set sail and rule the markets.
Look
By
at what we
trade
have here.
Or by bread. The future is trade, and Sakai is the center of trade. Lord Nobunaga is not the first daimyo to desire this city. Sokyu is his man now, but there will be other warlords after him, and other tea masters, and Sakai will remain Sakai. To make this happen, I'd need men and women of vision, not afraid to bloody their hands for a better life. Will you come on board with me? Would you like to be my queen of the sea?
Well, we do see this over here, and this looks to be the same weapon that was used to shoot us, if I'm not mistaken. Let's give her an answer.
That's not a toy.
I know. It's a coward's weapon.
Ah, that was the feeling I couldn't place. It's you from that night. So will you gun me down like a coward? I have a better idea. Why don't you tell me what will make this right between us, and I'll get it for you.
You think I would bargain with my father's murderer?
You are in the strongest position. You offer life, I will trade anything for that.
I want the box you took from me that night.
Ah, the box. Well, it isn't here, but I can take you to it.
No, you'll tell me where it is.
I do that, you'll have no reason to let me live.
So you won't tell me where it is?
No.
Then you're of no use to me at all.
Wow, zero hesitation. Instantly pulls the trigger.
I did it. Wakasa is dead, and I am one step closer to avenging my father.
We have done it. The golden Teppo has been eliminated. And because we had reached north on the compass, that actually triggered the completion of that quest, actually triggered a season change. So now we have made it to summer. My favorite season of all, I must say. I love the summertime. We also get a pirate flag wall decoration, a brand new weapon, legendary weapon as well, and another level up too. So much stuff coming in all at once. And another mastery point too. So let's actually go into our menu here. I guess we'll start in the world map. So on the top right-hand side of the screen, you can now see that the actual, the symbol in the middle of the compass has actually changed to a sun. That signals that it is the summer. So that symbol will change to basically signify to you what season you are in. So now we have now made it to summer. All of our scouts have been re-upped, and a lot of things have been reset around the map. Also, any of the traders that we were talking about also got moved around the map as well. So a lot of stuff happening all at once here. We do have a new quest that unlocked for us as well. Tea bowls for Ryuku. That's Reinu or Senno Riku. That is the person that actually taught us the tea ceremony. So he seemed like a real one. I really like him. That's probably gonna be one of the next main quests that we actually go to do. Several things are available here. We do have another quest down here as well called the Fatherless Monk. That one as well is one that we should get to pretty soon too. But for right now, I think what we're gonna do is travel back to the hideout because with that season change, there's a few things that will also happen as well. So let's go ahead and fast travel back over to the hideout, and we'll actually be able to see what has changed. So as we arrive back here, you can see that there is now a chest inside of the stables right where we spawn in at. And when we open it, we should get a tutorial on what this is. Or maybe not. Basically, this chest is what is refilled at the end of every season, at the end of every full season. And the rewards within the chest are based on how many of your scouts that you have available at the end of a season. So if we had in the lower left-hand corner 4 scouts, the rewards, the quantity and quality of the rewards are actually increased with not only the amount of scouts, but also the level of your hideout. So always be coming back here and checking this at the end of every season. Get your rewards. We just got 435 mon. We still do have a pretty low level, hideout as of right now. There is a few dialogue things for us to do here as well, I see. I figure we should come back here and at least check it out since we have eliminated our very first target. So let's see. It looks like the blacksmith has something as far as conversation goes. So just a little bit of dialogue that he had for us right there. Nothing much. And it looks like that's about it. So I'm kind of surprised that there is no dialogue or anything with Tomiko. I thought that would definitely have been a thing. But for right now, I'm going to climb up on the roof apparently. And I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. I had hoped to actually introduce you guys to castles today, but this ended up being quite the long episode. But if you guys did like this episode, make sure you guys click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the little bell notification icon if you guys never want to miss another episode of our Assassin's Creed Shadows playthrough. I appreciate you all. And remember, life is short. Pause, save, and I will see you guys in the next episode.